Hello friends, in this video I will going to discuss about the absorption of drugs. So first see what is the absorption of drugs. The drug is transferred from site of administration into the bloodstream is known as absorption of drugs. The rate and extent of absorption which is depending upon the environment where the drug is absorbed. It will be also depends on the chemical characteristic of drugs and the route of administration. The mostly route of administrations which can influence the bioavailability. The route of administration other than the intravenous may be result into the partial absorption as well as lower the bioavailability. Then we will discuss the mechanisms of absorption of drug through the GI tract. So it will be depending upon the chemical properties. The drugs may be absorbed from the GI tract by the passive diffusion, facilitated diffusion, active transport and endocytosis as well as exocytosis. So we will discuss this mechanism of absorption in details. So first we will discuss about the passive diffusion. What is the passive diffusion? The driving force of the passive absorption of drug is the concentration gradient across the membrane separating the two compartments. You can see in the figure. In the other word, we can say that the drugs move from the one region from the region of high concentration to the one of the lower concentration. You can see that the passive diffusion does not involve the carrier, it is not saturable and show the low structural specificity. The more majority of the drugs or the vast majority of drugs can be absorbed by this mechanism by the passive diffusion. You can see here the passive diffusions of the water soluble drugs through the aqueous channels or the pores. This is the drugs that are higher concentration over there, and this will be moved toward the lower concentrations like this. The water soluble drugs penetrate the wall cell membrane through the aqueous channels or the pores, as whereas the lipid soluble drug, you can see the lipid soluble drugs readily move across the most of the biological membrane due to their solubility in the membranes, which is the bilipid membrane. So these lipid soluble drugs will be soluble, they are having solubility, so they will be move across the most of the biological membrane. So this is the passive diffusion. The vast of the majority of the drugs will be absorbed through this mechanism. Then we will discuss about the facilitated diffusion. What is the facilitated diffusion? Other agents can enter through the cell through the specialized transmembrane carrier proteins here that facilitate the passage of the large molecules. For the large molecule, this carrier protein undergoes the conformational changes allowing to the passage of the drugs or the indigenous molecule into the interior of the cells and moving them from the area of high concentration to the an area of the lower concentration or the low concentration. This process is known as facilitated diffusion. It does not require the energy here. The for the absorption of the drugs does not require the energy, can be saturated and may be inhibited by the compound that compete for the carrier. Okay, maybe it will be inhibited by the compounds there the which compounds for the compete for the carriers that can be inhibited. So this is the second mechanism for the larger molecule passes of the larger molecule through the facilitated diffusion. Then third one, which is the active transport. So what is the active transport? This is the mode of drug enter or the mode of drug entry also involves the specific carrier proteins. Here require the specific carrier protein that span the membranes. The few of the drugs that closely resembles most of the few of the drugs that closely resemble to the structure of the naturally occurring metabolites are actively transported across the cell membrane using the specific carrier proteins. It is the energy dependent active transport. It is the energy dependent active transport is driven by the hydrolysis of the adenosine triphosphate. It is capable of the moving of the drugs against to the concentration gradient. against to the concentration gradient. You can see from the region of the low drugs, from the region of the low drugs, the concentration to the one of the high drug concentration. So this process is a saturable. The active transport systems are selective and may be competitively inhibited by the other co-transported substances. It will be inhibited by the co-transported substances. And the last one, which is the endocytosis and the exocytosis. This is the type of absorption is used to transport the drugs exceptionally large size of across the cell membrane. Endocytosis involves, you can see, the endocytosis involves the engulfment of the drugs by the cell membrane and transport into the cell by pinching of the drugs filled vesicles. And the what is the exocytosis? Exocytosis is the reverse of endocytosis. The exocytosis is the reverse against the endocytosis. The many cells are exocytosis to secrete the substance out of the cell through the a similar process of the vesicle formation. Like you can have an example like vitamin B12 is transported across the gut wall by endocytosis, whereas certain neurotransmitters, for example, norepinephrine is there, are stored into the intracellular vesicles in the nerve terminal and released by the exocytosis. So this is all about for the absorption of drugs. In this video, I have focused about on the what is the absorption of drugs and the mechanism of absorptions of the drugs from the GI tracts. Thank you so much.